Welcome to Drum and Drummer. I've thrown him off. He's having a vape. He's having a vape in his own flat because he doesn't care.
Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
Wow. There's a Tom. Do you know what I mean? Like, there it is in your face. Pop punk, Green Day.
You are joining myself and Georgie Boy here on the podcast, Drum and Drummer.
Yep.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good. First notable thing, you're in your flat for the first time ever for a podcast. Let's
I'm
talk
at
about
home.
that. You're at home.
Yeah, so...
That's it, really?
Yeah,
Moving
basically. I've got the gear now. I can do this at home.
Yeah.
So, let's do
Why
it at
not?
home.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a slightly different setup. You get used to things, don't you, George?
You do, yeah.
You get used to things. And now here I am with... It's all very similar, but it's very different. And for one, I'm using AirPod Pros
Cool.
for my headphones. So I'm free, but to do this.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
listeners won't know what he just did, but
Yeah.
that was mental. I've never seen you move like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He sort
Just
of
think,
did. I
Just
don't
think
know
Mark
what that was.
Rainbow Rhythms.
That was. I was just gonna say that. If you've watched Peep Show, think of Mark in Rainbow Rhythm. I couldn't have. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was spot on.
But
Wow.
fundamentally, the mic's in a fixed place, so I do need to be static
You need a Britney mic, and then you
for
can
that.
dance.
Oh, there we go.
We could walk.
Well, you
around
see,
our
I could
flats.
use the mic on the headphones,
Yeah.
but no.
If we
I
get
want the
Britney
sweet,
mics,
sweet.
and I start going back to doing the podcast in the flat, which I may do because sometimes the Wi-Fi here can be slow and cut out, we could both get
Yeah,
Britney
Pat.
mics, and then we could just
Sort the
do.
Wi-Fi out. Trying to run a podcast here, mate.
Yeah, this is it. We could do like get cleaning done and stuff because I never really like cleaning when I'm not at
We
least
trying to
listening
find
to music.
stuff to do. So I've got to do the hoovering.
Yeah.
So we'll two birds, one stone.
Yeah,
We'll do the podcast.
I'm a
while-
big fan of Two Birds, One Stone. You know?
I thought you were going to do, say, you wanted to do the podcast while swimming in the sea.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I do want to do an episode in the pub one day. I think it'd be funny.
On
I
Zoom.
think. Yeah.
Who's that nutter in the corner?
We both go to separate pubs and just set up a laptop. No, I think it'd be good. It would just be interesting. Do a 2-hour podcast, edit it down to half an hour, but just get a guest and just see what happens. Be interesting to see the start of the pod to the end. Be like, oh, we can't talk about that, and at the end, be like, right, let me tell you what I think about this drummer. Anyway, I feel like you've got a lot of stuff today.
I got a few bits. I said at
You've
the end
come prepared.
of I said at the end of the last episode because I waffled on about plateauing and shit. But I mentioned about cymbal cleaning.
Yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with that.
To clean or not to clean? That is
the
the
question. Yeah.
It's a question as old as time itself.
Mm.
So what got me thinking about this, George, was the pair of new beats I picked up in New York City. No cracks on them, no damage.
Yep.
Second hand.
Yep.
But the top hi-hat is very dirty. Yeah? To a point where you go, it looks visually unappealing.
Yeah, and not dirty in a kind of, oh, that sounds great. That is dirty. But in a sort of, it's got muck on it.
Yeah, it looks a bit mucky. Looks a bit mucky. But I've seen bits online and things about cleaning cymbals. Some people go, yeah, clean your cymbals.
Yeah, sure.
Some people go, no, don't clean your cymbals.
Don't do that. Yeah.
So, like many things, who's telling the truth? Now, I'll pre-word this with, I don't know. But I thought it was a bit of a interesting little discussion.
It is.
About cleaning cymbals or not cleaning cymbals. And George, I'll ask you this. Have you ever cleaned your cymbals?
Never.
Never done it. Yeah, okay.
But I'm not someone who takes the best care of my kit.
Yourself.
Or myself,
Yeah.
Anything, really. So cymbals, they're not getting cleaned. I'll say my thought on it, and then I'll let you know. I'll let you say what you got, because I feel like you've looked into this, and I just have vague opinions. So I'll relate it to skins, drum heads. If you're in a pop punk band or something that's very energetic and bright, people say, get those tom heads reskinned. You don't want them to be dead. You know what I mean? You want them to be bright. Wow, there's a tom. Do you know what I mean? Poof, like there it is in your face. Pop punk, Green Day, you know, Blink 182, Sum 41, etc. Whereas if you're playing in a sort of, I don't know, I don't want to pigeonhole jazz. I don't think that's the right term, but maybe more a sort of blues thing or something a bit more laid back where you want a bit more warmth. That's where people have said, you don't want the toms to be dead, but you want them to be a bit, you know, a bit played, a bit, you know, they've been whacked a little bit. I feel like maybe it's the same as cymbals. I feel like if you're in a genre, this could all be bollocks. Who do I know? You know, who am I to speak? Who are you to listen? Cymbals, maybe it's the same. Maybe if you're playing music that lends itself to like bright, energetic sounds, clean those bad boys. But if you're in like a jazz bar in Soho playing some soft blues, get that dirty ride on there, boy. You know what I mean? That's my thought on it. So maybe it's the genre. That's my thinking.
Okay, you're going genres. Yeah. Okay. So I've been doing a bit of Googling, you know, just seeing about, and I've seen things on Reddit and other things. And let's go look at the side of cleaning cymbals.
Yeah.
Right. We're cleaning them. Okay. Now, when I was younger, I did in fact clean some cymbals.
What with? First question.
It was a Zildjian brand cymbal cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Which made sense because I was cleaning Zildjian cymbals.
Yeah.
Now, my first set of pro cymbals, I got a full set of A Custom projections. Yeah. Quite bright, shiny cymbals.
Yeah.
And you know me, George, a little bit of a clean freak.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
So you start using these cymbals and choking them and taking them off your stand and in your bag. Hello, Mr. Thumbprint. How are you today?
Yeah, you're back.
You know, you start getting fingerprints. You start getting a little bit of maybe stick marks, just little, you know, things like that. And so for me, I'd be like, I want them to be shiny.
Yeah.
And look new.
Yeah.
So I bought some Zildjian cymbal cleaner. I think I was like 16 at the time. And it was like a sort of cream, and you put it on and you have like a soft cloth and you just sort of rub it, following the grooves of the cymbal.
Karate Kid style.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was my nickname growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
But for
Hair on,
cymbals.
hair off.
That should be, do you know what? That should be drum teachers. Imagine if I turned up to study with Pat again and the first year is just cleaning cymbals, wax on, wax off. And I'll be like, I don't know what this isn't teaching you discipline or something.
And then a year in, he puts you in front of a kit, you're rubbish, and he goes, forget it, get out.
But the cymbals look great. Yeah.
And what it did, I think if I can recall right, it made the cymbals go really like cloudy.
Okay.
You sort of let it dry, and then you buff it with a clean, soft cloth, and they become really shiny. And at the time, it was like, wow, this is amazing. These look really clean and shiny and back to their best. But you pick the fucker up, you put a thumbprint on it.
Yeah.
It's the impossible job to keep them like that. And also, you have to be very careful because I think cymbal cleaner will rub off the branding, will rub off the lettering.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, so that's the only time I've ever cleaned cymbals.
So how long into it did you stop doing it? How many months?
I think I cleaned them once, maybe twice, and then I just stopped.
Really,
I stopped
like,
bothering.
Yeah.
Because it just became like, as soon as I've cleaned it, it's literally got thumbprints on it and fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Instantly. So that's when I last did it, and I've never done it since, because it was just like, what's the point? There's no point.
Yeah.
They just get dirty straight away.
Yeah.
But anyway, so looking at, I've seen on online and stuff, people being incredibly adamant to just don't ever clean them.
Yeah.
And some of that comes from, it's just a boring job. And, and some people say there's actually like a thin protective layer on the cymbals that you will eventually wear off.
Bit like dogs. You're not meant to bath your dogs. They have their own cleaning system.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same with Princess. She'll clean it. She'll clean herself.
Yeah.
She'll take those thumbprints right off. Now, I saw a word pop up, George. I'm going to say this word to you and see what you think about it.
Oh, God.
Patina.
Thank God it was that.
Yeah.
Racial slur. Oh, God.
Patina. Have you ever heard the word patina before?
No.
I believe it's pronounced patina. Patina.
Okay.
I assume it's patina, not patina. Maybe there'd be a double N if it was patina. Anyway, patina. I was like, what's this word cropping up? Okay. Let me just get my phone. Because people are going, let the natural patina cut through, Now, I did find some things. Right. So let's talk about the definition of patina. This is from the Collins English Dictionary.
Yep.
My favourite dictionary of all
yeah.
time. Yeah. The Oxford one can go fuck itself. 1. A fine crust or film on bronze or copper, usually green or greenish blue, formed by natural oxidation and often valued as being ornamental. So basically it's like, sometimes have you seen that on cymbals? There might be a little bit of a green patch.
Yeah. It's like school drum kits, my God.
Yeah.
Basically all green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically it's like I ain't a scientist, as you know.
You're not?
So this is... No. My brother's a scientist.
Yeah.
Trying to cure cancer. Yeah, but check out this kick drum. Saving the world in different ways. Yeah. So basically it's like, it's a natural oxidation, and I guess it's, as the cymbal ages, that protective layer wears away, just from playing, from human touch, and the oils from their fingers and things like that. This protective layer wears away, and then eventually the bronze, cymbals usually bronze, the B20s, just starts to naturally oxidise, and that's where it gets a little bit dirty. That's where you get this dirty, and then the little bit of green, and that's called patina. Because I kept seeing people go like, oh, no, let the patina do its thing. Let the patina do its thing. Oh, who's patina? Who's patina? Yeah. Well, I'll give you this then, George.
She must be rushed off her feet.
Yeah, patina and the waves. Yeah?
Yeah, go on.
And then it got me thinking, of course, the most famous example of patina that I can think of, that I saw very recently, and I'll pose this to you, George.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Can you think of a world famous thing that has absolute patinaed?
So patina, just to re-say what it is, it's basically it's something over bronze metals.
It's bronze, coppers, that sort of metals, and those alloys.
So it's going to be
over
something,
time oxidise.
So it's going to be some big metal thing.
Some big metal thing that I saw recently.
Oh,
there's a clue.
Oh, okay. The thing you went up on the first night in New York.
No. It's a building made of brick and concrete. You're in the right area.
Well, yeah, New York. Assumed it wasn't Hillsy.
Hillsy Lido, just patinaed.
Is it the?
But that is just filthy. Actually, that does need a good clean.
Big Libby.
Yeah, Statue of Liberty, mate.
Statue of Liberty.
It wasn't always green.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Wow.
When it came over, it was metal coloured, copper, bronze, whatever.
And she's looking ill. Yeah.
Oxidised over time, and it's green.
Wow. There you go.
And they went, there ain't enough Zildjian cymbal cleaner in the world. That's a big job. that one.
That is a big
And
job.
by the time you've finished, you put a thumbprint on. You're like,
Yeah.
well, waste
Start
of time. We'll
again.
just let it go green.
Yeah.
So that's Patina.
Ah.
Now I've seen it with in regards to cymbals, where people say you shouldn't clean your cymbals. One is because it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you'll take off the brand. You'll take off the prints, the lettering prints, and the branding. And three is that cymbals sound better with patina and aged, and that this layer of dirt and this thing. Now I think you could very simplify it. Like cymbals might sound less bright.
Yeah.
It might just take the edge off.
Mm.
So, and they just sound, in a lot of people's opinions, they just sound better with a bit of age, a bit of vintage, a bit of history, and maybe just mellows them out, like even like 1 or 2%.
Yeah.
So it's still, I guess, personal choice.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: the top new beat I have is very dirty.
Yeah.
Very dirty. So I think there's a difference between just dirt and grime and the natural aging of the metal. So I think what I'm going to do is just be incredibly careful with literally just a damp cloth, with a little bit of lukewarm water. I don't know who Luke is, but and just see if I can get rid of a bit of dirt rather than some aging. But I'll also tell you this.
Go on.
I recorded them the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't playing them, but I had Young Pine back in the studio to come and do another hit single.
Yep.
And I was like, Liam, I got these new beats. Let's try them out.
Yeah.
And they sounded bloody brilliant.
Nice.
Right? Especially through the microphone.
Yeah.
And it was that thing of going, okay, trying to analyse. Okay, quickly analyse. Like, what's the difference? Why? What makes you sound good?
Yeah.
The only way I could just think of it was, and I saw Neil the other day, and I said, "Oh, I recorded the new beats," and he was like, "Oh, what you getting from them?" I was like, the only way I can just simply describe it is, they just sound like the dictionary definition of a hi-hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just everything you want and need. If you were to look them up in an audio dictionary, and it says hi-hat, semicolon, that's the sound that plays.
Yeah.
So, they just, I get it. Yeah, that's why they're just
it's that
considered
thing
one of the most, industry, one of the most industry standard.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a pair of new beats. Yeah, because they fucking sound like a hi-hat.
Yeah.
But they had enough brightness, they had enough chick to them.
Yeah.
But the wash was good, they weren't overbearing, there weren't very many harsh frequencies. They felt nice to play. So just all round lovely stuff, which makes me now go, do I even touch the dirt on them?
Yeah, what if they sound shit?
Maybe I'll just leave them. Yeah, what if I take away all that 20 years of New York vintage
Broadway
club scene, Broadway scene, which, again, no guarantee that's what they've actually done. But we'd like to think they have.
Yeah.
Just to finish up on cleaning, so I'd say, overall, don't bother you cleaning your cymbals.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
This is the thing.
I'd
I
on
feel
that
like,
side.
do we have an argument for cleaning cymbals? Because it's been very
I think it's weaker. I think but some say you might restore some of the brightness.
Yeah.
You might restore some of the brightness. For me personally, I think visually it looks great having real polished cymbals. But I think in reality, to keep that up, it's just not worth the effort. And actually, two of my cymbals now, aren't brilliant shiny.
Yeah.
I think it only works on those really shiny like A's and like my Sabian Evolution. That is a shiny cymbal.
Yeah.
But the Legacy and the Sweet Ride, they're not shiny cymbals. So I think just appearance, restoring some of the brightness. I just think overall the cons outweigh the pros for me.
Yeah.
And I just say don't clean them.
Yeah.
And let them age gracefully.
Yeah. Like wine.
Your nan. Yeah. But if you are going to clean your cymbals, I was
Got some recommendations.
Well, yeah, just the Groove Juice comes up a lot.
I bet it does. It's the best name I've ever heard for anything.
Groove Juice. But the one that I think each cymbal brand has their own cleaner.
Yeah.
But the one that I like that people recommend is Barkeeper's Friend.
That's quite nice.
Which actually isn't a specialist cymbal cleaner, but it is a specialist cleaning product for metals.
Mm.
And when you go on a website, so I looked up Barkeeper's Friend, and it seems like one of them old brands that just works and just stuck around and hasn't changed. I go on their website, go onto the About section, and the first sentence, 100 years of cleaning power. It all began with rhubarb.
Love it. I'm hooked.
Right, I'm hooked.
If
I'm
a
hooked,
book
yep.
started like that, I'd read it, you know?
Yeah. In 1882, a chemist, he cooked up a pan of rhubarb, which was common in the gardens of yore. Yeah.
This is great.
After plating his recipe, the man found that his formerly tarnished pot sparkled.
Wow.
Being a chemist, he quickly ruled out magic and set out to discover the property that made rhubarb such a superior cleaning agent. The secret, oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. Found naturally in rhubarb and other vegetables like spinach, oxalic acid attacks stubborn rust, tarnish and lime stains at the molecular level, breaking the bonds that holds them together. Using that ingredient, he formulated an oxalic acid-based cleaning powder that he sold to taverns for use as a brass rail polish. Thrilled at the results, they dubbed the product Barkeeper's Friend. And just all sort of that, really.
Sorry, that was the best. Being a chemist, he quickly ruled out magic.
Yeah.
He just went, oh, could it be this? Oh, no, I'm a chemist, and I can say for sure, once again, it's not magic. It is.
Well, I find quite
rhubarb.
often I'm having to rule out magic. You can never be sure.
Yeah. It's like
And
planes.
you know, I
How
put
does
those.
a plane go up in the air?
Yeah. Well, I'll rule out magic for now.
Yeah.
Might be those big engines on the side. Oh,
Exactly.
these new beat cymbals sound really good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll rule out magic.
They could have left that out. That was brilliant. Being a
Yeah.
chemist, he quickly ruled out magic. They could have just explained what it was. Oh.
But it's one of those. It verges on one of those slightly like twee product descriptions, or like.
That was almost folklore.
But it was good. But do you get some like innocent smoothies like
Yeah.
they have, and you're just like, oh come on, you're a vast multi-million corporation.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be our mate.
Stop trying to act like there's just 7 of you in a little hut.
Yeah, and you're all wearing flannels.
It's
flannel shirts.
It's in a highly sanitized massive factory. Yeah.
Yeah, Brewdog. You just
Yeah.
not matching the living wage anymore.
You're not cool in India anymore, Brewdog.
Yeah.
Basically just
You
Carlsberg.
sit on a board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A different name.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I think that'll see me through really for me personally. I can do the ambient mics another time.
Yeah, we can do that another time.
But is there anything you've been up to?
Yeah, well, I was for the last 5 minutes because we'll keep this to a half hour.
Yeah, keep this one short.
Met a new drummer yesterday.
People have got things to do.
Well, this is it. Yeah. People might be rushed this Thursday morning. No, new drummer mate, Jack Hicklin. Basically, Pat passed my number on to him because he's looking to learn Ableton.
GDPR broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's just giving my number out willy-nilly. We met up yesterday. He had a lesson with Pat, and I said, let's hang out afterwards, because he basically messaged me. He said, look, I'm starting learning Ableton. I've got this tour coming up. I need any sort of help. I was like, come down, boy. Come down to this studio. Not actually in the little pod, because there's no way we both fit. So, and but it was quite interesting. I've done this a couple of times, but it was the first time I'd sort of tried to show Ableton to someone who was a stranger. And, it was good. It's that thing of, everyone's still learning, but I'm still learning. I was trying to help him put this set together. I was going, well, you do this, and then you do that, and then, oh, it's fucked up. And then I'm sort of trying to work out what's gone wrong. And he's like, what's happened? I'm like, I don't know. Blind leading the blind. But
again, you're just one lesson ahead.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was sort of showing him stuff, and he was asking some questions. I was like, I've no idea. You're on your own with that one. So I wasn't the best. I didn't charge him for this Ableton lesson.
Jack, I've grossly exaggerated my abilities with Ableton.
Yeah. I can show you. I can turn it on.
If you want to do a Ren set, I can get that for you sorted.
Exactly. But no, it was quite good. It was quite good to, it's that thing of, what's the quote about being a teacher, where it's like, the ones teaching learn the most, or something like that.
I think it's like, if you can't do anything else, teach or something, isn't it?
If you can't teach gym. School of
If you
Rock.
want 6 weeks off in the summer.
And just do some colouring in every morning. Be a teacher.
Yeah.
Joking. Very tricky job. But yeah, no, it's just good. It was quite cool, and I think it's something I kind of want to do a bit more. And but he didn't have all the stems for this set he's doing, and I said, look, when you get the stems, come back to Brighton, and we'll make the set together. Spend a day doing it, because it's just, I enjoy it. When it works, it's fun to do Ableton. When it doesn't, you want to kill yourself. But when it works, it's like good, and I think that's I quite like it. I did it with my friend Dan the other day for the 80s band. And just sort of helped him get it going, because he wants to move everything onto Ableton for their band. And it's quite nice. It's quite satisfying to be like... Because also, sometimes... I mean, I'm sure you have it when you show people Pro Tools and you show them something. And they're like, whoa, what was that? And you kind of feel like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I was showing him like how to do like... Even just the markers. So it's like you put the track down, and then you can do this thing where you get the markers. So it's like intro... verse, etc., and then you press verse and then it goes straight to that. And he didn't know how to do that, because he's the very beginning of his Ableton journey, and it was quite nice to be like, look, if you do that, then when you're in a rehearsal and someone's like, can we go back to the second verse, you'll be like, yeah we can. You know what I mean? Little things like that. So it was quite nice, but I think it's just something fun to do. It was nice for me to learn it and then show other people what I've learned, but also still be at a level where I'm learning as we go. So I'd show him some stuff, and then he'd be like, how do we do that? And I'd be like, I don't know, let's find out, So yeah, that's Ableton.
Googling is better together.
Yeah, exactly. Let's learn together.
I think in general, I find this with studio work, or even just being a drummer, like a lot of it you're on your own.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
You can be a lot on your own in the practice room. You'll be alone sorting your Ableton out.
Mm.
And there is something to be said for a little bit of teamwork.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Especially when you both don't know something.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But then, as you say, it's good when someone does have the answer you need. And it's also nice when you have the answer someone needs. Did I say that right?
God, that was
to be
poetic.
the one to receive the knowledge, but also it's good to be the one to give the knowledge.
Yeah. Give and take. Back and forth. Yin and yang. Right.
George and Ben. Bill and Ted.
Yeah. No, we can't just list duos. This is why we go over half an hour.
Well, let's wrap up there.
Yeah.
Lovely little chat. Thank you very much, George.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me about Patina.
Yeah, Patina. Just be aware of it, boy. And I ask all you listeners at home, get your cymbals out. Have a look.
Yeah.
How aged are they?
Yeah.
Any patina? Have you thought about cleaning your cymbals? Have you cleaned your cymbals?
Do you know
if
what?
You clean them, what do you use?
I'm going to take more of an aggressive stance to our listeners today. Usually we're like, hey, if you want to send in stuff, do it. But today, send in pictures of your cymbals. You know what I mean? We will talk about them.
Let's find the nation's dirtiest cymbal.
Yeah. Everyone listening to this.
My new beat's up there. I'll take a proper photo of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty grim. But boy, does it sound good. Yeah. drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Send in those emails.
Yeah.
Drum and Drummer Podcast on the old Instagram.
Yep.
@BallDrummers on Twitter.
Yep.
Somewhere on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about
it.
Yeah. Send them in and rate us on Spotify. You know, we've
Yes,
had more
rate
and
us
more.
on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Give it the 5 stars.
Yeah.
Give it the big one.
Give
Write
it
a
the
little
big 'un.
comment. Oh, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and don't rate it.
Oh, I love it.
1 as
If
a
they
joke.
ever stop, I'll end it all. You know,
Yeah,
things like that.
this is it.
Really put the pressure on those sponsors to come find us.
Give us some money. Cool. Right. See you later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.